Now skills like what? Example, problem solving skill. What did I say? Problem solving skill. You must have this problem solving skill. Number two, leadership skill. What did I say? Leadership skill. Is a little, and so on and so forth. That is when you can actually go out there to make a significant impact by building people. You must actually go there and build a team. You must actually go there and build an organization. You must actually go there and make your impact felt. Build your community and build your business family. And I keep saying, if where you are, your impact is not felt, seriously speaking, you are in the ready. Because anywhere you are, your impact is supposed to be felt. This relationship is called transformational relationship. What I say? Transformational relationship. So in every transformational relationship, you can actually go out there to earn a fortune, 10 or 14. You can go and earn residual income, 10 or residual income. Okay, so I tell us every day that let me repeat again. If you're in a place and your impact is not felt, you're in the wrong place. So anywhere you are, you're supposed to add your values. Also create a level of impact. So because everything happening around us is called contributing factor. What do I call them? Contributing factor. What is happening inside of you is called determining factor. What do I call it? Determining factor. So what will make you successful is already embedded inside of you. So don't look outside for the change you want. Look inside for the change you want. Don't look outside for the miracles you want. Look inside for the miracles you want. Whenever you blame external circumstances, situations, about anything you are passing through, okay, you're just handing over your power of change to that thing you're already blaming. So it's not the government, it's not the company. So the company has a relationship with you. As you work, they pay you money. Government has a relationship with everyone. So you can live a better life if you start looking inward to develop what God has already embedded inside of you to make significant impact in your life and the life of everyone around you. Can I see this thing, Mr. George? Okay, so what the topic is. So we always tell us every day that you are the one that have the capacity to make your world a better one. So, and we want to work with you to support you to discover more of the things that God has already done inside of us, and then how we can do it. So we're going to look at the battlefield of business. What did I say? The battlefield of business part 2. So you did something yesterday. The battlefield of business. The battlefield of business. And we said that your word is your weapon. Your word is your weapon. Your word is your weapon. So your word is your weapon. So because Christ showed us how he used words to actually make things happen whenever he has to make things happen. He used words to create. He used words to fight. He used words to heal. He used words to do everything he ever done. So if God is saying something about himself, he is already telling us about you, about yourself, because he created us in his image and likeness. So if he uses words, he also gave us the power of words. So yesterday we started talking about that we are born into this world with the power of persuasion, and we persuade our parents by crying, which one the tools we use to influence decision as a child. So we have to learn to influence situation based on enlightening people to have to make the best choices, because we make best choices in the light, bracket knowledge. We also make bad, wrong choices in the dark, which is ignorant. So the more the light, the better the quality of our decision. So we went ahead to talk about yesterday that that the business world is more of a battlefield than a mission field. You're going to face so many obstacles, rejection, opposition, enemies, and forces that's going to oppose you, trying to make you stop impacting the world you are supposed to do. So business is more of a battlefield than a mission field. We are battling with facts and forces that's trying to stop us, and that's why some people turn around and go back to slavery, turn around and go back to survival instead of striving to become successful. So yesterday also went ahead to talk about that the battle is between is ideological superiority between the old and the new, between analog and digital, between people and AI, and quality and quantity. So we discussed a lot yesterday. So we also went ahead to talk about if your word must be a weapon. Okay, before we talk about that, we said that you have to make a case for your business, for your offer, and don't just assume that people patronize you, who buy into your idea, your business, because you have a name, you have a website, you have a company registered with CAC, you have a kind of address. No, if you don't make a case, then the case will be made against you. So make a case and open up your mouth to make significant, of course, make a case for your business to be known. You have to tell the world about your idea. You have to defend your idea. You have to defend whatever you are creating right now. So yesterday we said it's called for your word to be powerful, for your words to be a weapon to create a way for you. it must do three things. Number one, it must impact the head. That means it must make sense. So we say yesterday, it must impact the head, it must make sense, it must impact. Number one, impact. Impact the head, it must make sense, it must be logical, it must be, of course, logical, it must be reasonable. So if it is not reasonable, you cannot reasonable. Your words cannot be a weapon. Number two, it must impact the heart. It must impact the heart. So, because why does it need to impact the heart? Because if people buy it because of emotions and feelings. So, and definitely, it was elevate the heart. It must cause people to feel and emotionally attached to you. So, you must bring emotional feelings. Okay, emotional feelings. So, you must bring feelings and emotions to it. Because people buy emotions and feelings justify with logic. If people don't feel, they don't see themselves. Of course, they will not take action. So, because when the heart is touched, the hand is moving. Every other part, that's the number three, it must impact the hand. So, it must impact the hand. That means it must call for action. The hand, they must be called for, they must movement. Other people move to action. Move to action. Then they must call to action. So, if your word is not it's not logical, it's not emotionally, if people are not connecting to it, because the essence of communication is connection. If you communicate and there's no connection, you just fail in communication. So if your words must be a weapon, you must do so. So we'll start today with Aristotle. He says something I would like us to write. Let's start from there. Aristotle, one of the Greek philosophers, says he thought that a speaker's ability to persuade an audience. Aristotle thought that a speaker's ability to persuade an audience is based on how well the speaker appealed to the audience in three different areas. I'm going to mention them. Aristotle thought that a speaker's ability to persuade an audience, is based on how well the speaker appeals to the audience in three different areas. So I believe you've written that down now. That if you're talking to a person one-on-one, group, 50 people, 100 people, your ability to persuade them to take action, to buy your bill, to buy your concept, is your ability to do well. Aristotle thought that a speaker ability to persuade an audience is based on how well the speaker appealed to the audience in three areas. Okay, so number one area, so your ability to persuade somebody to stay with you, to do business with you, to grow with you, is based on how well you will do well to appeal your audience in this area. So I'm going to give you this one. I call it ethos. I'm going to give it to you. This one is called logos. Okay, the next one is called pathos. That's P-A-T-H-O-S. Yeah. So the speaker ability to persuade an audience is based on how well the speaker would appeal to his audience in these three areas. So we'll look at the areas today. So when we're looking at these three components, so you want to actually do well in whatever you are doing, you must be aware, you must do well in these three areas. Okay, so the area number one is talking about the character of the speaker. That is the ethos here. So the character of the speaker. The character of the speaker. So if you want to do well as a leader, you want to do well as a business entrepreneur, you must have some level of character. Okay, that means the speaker must have some level of credibility, that people can listen to them. So they must do some level of credibility. As you can see, most of the time, let me look at some great people that are doing well in whatever they do. This pastor, for example, before they start telling you, I go to Shobo, I lay hands on the blind and he see. Okay, I went to Port Harcourt, and the lame walk. I was in Oran yesterday, and so of course, the mother has never, he had fibroid, the fibroid disappeared. So they are giving you those success story for you to have some level of credibility. So if you want somebody to stay with you in your business, let me say your own community you are creating, if you start from your mind clinic, you gather them and say, I've been here for 1 month, I've been here for 2 weeks, I've been here for 3 weeks. What I've learned, look at how impactful it has made in me. I now know how to make decisions. So if you as a speaker doesn't have some level of character, some level of credibility, you can never persuade anybody. So you must have some level of success. A herbalist will tell you, if you don't do this person did this thing, I gave him this charm and rain fell on it and the person died. So what he's telling you is that this thing is given to you is working. So he wants to build some level of credibility, of course, to himself. So this particular, I'm a pharmacist, so I prescribe this drug for this person that have headache or malaria or typhoid, and the drug heal the person. So what he's telling you is trying to build his credibility, trying to build his character so you can believe in him. If people don't believe in you as a speaker, you can never persuade your audience, of course, to either take decisions, because for you to persuade people to stay with you, to actually stay with you, is that you must have some level of character. Tell your character. And the only way you can do the character is to use your mouth to talk it out. So you must use your mouth to take the action. Take action. So if you don't use your mouth to take the action, if you don't use your mouth to talk about it, nobody will know about it, because a closed mouth is a closed destiny. You cannot open a shop and every day you close your shop. In our business, because we are more of communicators. So if you close your mouth, you are not communicating, you are not selling anything. So everything you see is the power of your tongue. So you must use your mouth to create the life you want for yourself. So you must have character. Tell no character. So how do you transfer the character? You must speak it out. So the next thing is, of course, the logos. Then on logos, that is a message. Then on message. So you must have a message that is doing three things. You must appeal to the head. You must appeal to the heart. You must appeal to the hand. You must be called to action. So in the battlefield of business, what wins is your ability to have a quality. You want to go and buy LG? They will convince you there to buy Samsung. Samsung, this Samsung, because the man has Samsung, even he has the LG, and he really want to sell Samsung, because the profit margin, of course, in Samsung is far bigger than LG. For example, let's say television, or let's say 40 something inches or 9 something inches, and then whatever inches, and this one has more profit, and he's selling. He wants to sell the Samsung to you. It's his man that you use to say, okay, see this one, now original, you go to market to you. So he said, I sold this for one man at 1,000. One man even came from Port Harcourt to buy it. Someone came from Calabar to buy it. This one organ quality now bunge the 1 year guarantee. Now in mouth you go use. So you must have a message that is touching. You must touch three things: the heart, the head, and the hand. Tell your neighbor, if you are not talking to your audience, they will never stay with you. It is your mouth. It's Christ now that called him, say, "Come follow me," before they will make you fishers of men. So if you don't use your mouth to go and make a call, I use your mouth to make your case. The case will be made against you. So when you're in the business of making impact, you must open your mouth to communicate effectively. So there are three components that makes, of course, your words, your weapon. Number one, it must appeal to the head, appeal to the heart, and appeal to the hand. And then number two, it want to also make you win in the battlefield, that you must have some level of character, some level of message that actually appeal to these three things. And number three, right now, you are with me, shall I? You are not talking to me now. You are with me, shall I? Number three is the audience. Tell the audience. That is the hearer. Tell no hearer. Okay, so what happened to the hearer? Three things. This is the pathos. Let me do it like this so you can understand. So this is the pathos. That is the audience. So they must be the audience or the hearer. People that are talking. So if you are talking and nobody is listening, you are making noise. So if you are walking and if you are teaching and nobody is listening to you, sometimes after talking to you, I say, okay, tell me what you learned today. I want to be sure that somebody caught something. Because this message I'm talking to you, that it can be for everybody, it can be for 20, it can be for 100, it can be for 1,000, it can be for millions. I didn't talk to, I'm not talking to one person, I'm talking to billions of people. So anybody that will ever come across this message, the message is supposed to make some level of sense. So at least if somebody is not listening to me, that means I'm making a noise. So before you pass a message that will make a lot of your words to be a weapon, your message, you must have some level of character, some level of message that touches, and you must have the audience that listen to you. So audience must actually write this one. Your case must be made in a way that the audience must have some level of, the audience must feel that you have some level of, I want to mention it. So the hearer, the person I say, the audience, you must make the audience believe that you have some level of credibility. We already talked that one. That is the pathos, you must have some level of credibility, some credentials, some experience, some expertise, some endorsement. So the hearer must believe that you have some level of credibility. The audience must believe that you have some level of credibility. You have some credentials, some experience, some expertise, some endorsement, etc. So they must believe that you, as a medical doctor, to treat him, you already treated other patients, or you already assisted to treat other patients, and they got healed. So the hearer must, you are going to make the hearer believe they have some level of credibility, credentials, experience, expertise, and endorsement. So they will make them believe that you have some level of credibility, and then it must also make sense to them, and relational case to them. It must make sense to them. It must relate to them. They must be emotionally connected to your story. So these are some components so that when you are communicating, that is why you see most of us that communicate, we learn to tell stories. They're not two stories, because story sells. What again? Fact tells. So we always tell us that yes, that's true. Story sells. Story sells. Story sells. Facts do what? Eh? Yeah, good and fine. So what people buy is stories. They're not story. They'll buy. They tell you, oh, this Samsung, this Johnny, this Infinix, this one. So you can see. So I keep telling people, our business is not difficult business. You must learn to tell stories, whether it's your story or someone else's story. Of course, we normally use what they call feels, felt, found. Feel, felt, found. I feel the way you feel. I felt the same way. This is what I found out. So all you need to do is to master these skills. I keep telling us, a bad workman quarrel with his tools. If you don't understand the business, you always quarrel with the business. Oh, this day is not working for me. It's just like carrying a tool to a carpenter who doesn't know how to use it. He complains with this hammer is not, this is not. It's not the hammer. He is the problem. It's just the economy is hard. The economy is not hard. You are the one that is hard. You don't want to change. You are so strong, so static. You are not flexible. You are not dynamic. You don't want to accept that change is the only constant factor in this life. To change, every change is on. So you're not ready to open up your mind to always accept innovations, some change, some level of. You're struggling with life. Life is not supposed to be struggle. Yes, it's hard, but definitely, if you flow with life, you actually flow to abundance and abundance. So you must learn to tell stories. These are the components I keep telling you. Components that persuade an argument or make a case. The component is that you, as the communicator, as a speaker, must have some level of character. Your message must appeal to the heart, the head, and the hand. And then two, also, you must be the audience must be able to feel some level of credibility, some level of experience, some level of endorsement, some level of logic that makes sense to them, and they must be able to connect with some stories. That is the only way you can get money from people, and that's the only you can actually get people to buy your goods, to buy your services, to patronize you. You are the one that will tell them. If you don't tell them, they will not patronize you. If you don't sell anything, nobody will buy anything. People only buy what you take to the market. So if you take nothing to the market, you're not going to sell anything. You take something to the market and you don't open up your market, you close your mouth, nobody buys it. So stop complaining that the economy is the problem. You are the problem. You don't want to accept the reality to know that you must make a case. You must talk. Then not talk. I told that God talk about everything. God talk to create. God talk to heal. God talk. God speaks. So if you refuse to speak into your circumstances, how is it then your neighbor's fault? How is it the government's fault? You must focus on the positive. Turn on positive. Focus on the positive. Don't just pretend as if negative never exists. Pretend as if behave like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the three Hebrew men. They saw the fire. They pretend. They say, "I'm focusing on God that can save me." Just pretend as if that lion never exists. Daniel pretend as if lion never. It's just, "I'm focusing on God that will save me." He maintained focus. Peter just focused that Christ is the one that will make him walk on water. The day you lose focus from what you want, you begin to sing like Peter sang. If you focus on what you want, there is no need to always complain, because we know that complaint is there. Challenges is everywhere. We don't expect life to become a bed of roses. No, we know we must pass through pressure. There must be rejection. There must be opposition. We already know. You know why we are so sure? I've been telling us every day. For every intention, for every good intention, for every assignment, for every project, for everything you do that is good. Number two, you must have an adversary. Tell an adversary. Adversary is not your enemy. Stop making adversary your enemy. Stop taking it personal. What is not your own, return it back. Stop taking it is the enemy of the assignment. Yes or yes? That's why I don't know how someone will just be naive and say, okay, I want to change the world. And then you don't know that changing the world, that you're going to have opposition. Because there are forces already. So change the world is going to cause you some opposition. So you cannot say, I want to help somebody to become a believer. And you don't expect challenges. The master that was his master over his life, do you think the master will just watch you and do like that? No. That's why the fact is that you have to go to the world to win. Because you don't think of, let me play not to lose. No, you are playing to win. You don't go to the football field and play not to lose. You play to win. You play, make no score, make I no lose. They will win you. So you must go to attack. Then attack. You must go to make defense. So you must go to make your case. Because as an entrepreneur, nobody will buy your product, even if you have the best product, if you don't open out your mouth and tell the world I have the best product. So you must open your mouth to the world. I have the best product. I have the best service to apply. I can do this, I can do that. That is the only way somebody can actually patronize us, of course, and you can actually win. So the battlefield of business is that your word is your weapon. So let's look at one or two and learn today. Write this one down. If you don't believe in you, if you don't believe in yourself, then it will be difficult for anyone or anything to believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, then it will be difficult for anyone or anything to believe in you. How do you know that you don't believe in yourself? What comes out of your mouth? Whatever you say that come out of your mouth, you know this thing you are saying is going from out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Do you know now? How can you like take the contact and give me? I say, what if nobody say yes? Really? Like, I know that you don't even believe. So I keep saying, if you don't believe in yourself, then it will be difficult for anybody or anything to believe in you. How do you know you don't believe in yourself? What comes out of your mouth proves it. What comes out of your mouth, by your words of your mouth, it shall be justified. By your words of your mouth, it shall be condemned. So once you open up, that's why I'm teaching you all this so that you can read books, develop yourself, that we can feed you with so many contents inside. We manure. So when you open up your mouth, your words will be full of power. Tell of power. Your words will not be empty words like like even they are talking. So the devil is telling you. There was a guy who actually, of course, tried to cast out some demons, and the demons told him, "Okay, Paul, I know this one. I know. Who are you? If I carry a wife, the guy, you know exactly." So because the thing is this, you don't just speak. Before you speak, create words in your mind. Have a mental arrangement of thought before you speak, and don't speak to people not to patronize you. Because for you to win the battlefield, for you to win in business, your words must be seasonal. Your words must touch the head, you must touch the heart, you must touch the hand for movement to happen. So understand that if you don't believe in yourself, then it will be difficult and for anything or anybody to believe in you. How do you know you don't believe in yourself? What comes out of your mouth is what we know. So what the words that comes out of your mouth is what we know, whether you will believe in yourself or not. You know, there was a guy, I liked him so much, but the guy actually said some certain things that I know resonate with me. His name is Mr. Jacob. This prophet, anointed man of God, he has plenty children, I think 9 or so. One of them, Joseph, was sold. So the guy was sold, and then, you know, when the brother went to Egypt, you know, this guy was now the prime minister controlling the affairs of Egypt. So, and then they bought goods, and then David and Joseph packed the goods and then put out their money for them. And then when they went to the house and they opened and they saw their money in their bag, and Jacob now said, "Oh wow, this bad things always happen to me. That's how my son is gone," because he demanded that they bring the last one, I think Benjamin. They should bring Benjamin to Egypt. So he said that, "Oh, these bad things always happen to me." I think in Genesis 84. So he said, "These bad things always before me." How can a man say so? Look at what he did. So how can you ever say anything negative about yourself? Finally, when he actually meets Joseph in Egypt, you know, and Joseph took him to Pharaoh. I know Pharaoh asked him, "How far now?" He was going to be proud of his father, and Pharaoh was looking at the father of Joseph. That's a big boy already. That you get back to this kind of a child now, you don't better. Look at what Genesis 47. Look at what Jacob said. He said, "I'm a man of just a man of 130 years. My days is few and evil. 130 years. You are saying your years is few and evil. How can you ever say that your life is few and evil? Never you say anything negative about it, because once you say that thing, you are what you say about yourself. You are the one that use your mouth to condemn yourself. Use your mouth to make yourself a better person. So never you say anything negative you don't want to become true about your life. Never you say anything you don't want to become true about your life. Always, even though in the darkest dark, this is what I'm telling you. Why I'm telling you now, because everybody in Nigeria is feeling some wonderful moment. So this is wonderful moment. That's why I keep telling you guys. So please be positive. Tell me positive. Because you are the product of your mouth. So please, I keep repeating like song every day, that hard times create what? Strong men. Hard times do what? Create strong men. So you have to be strong. Tell them I'm strong. Because strong men do what? Create good times. Strong men create good times. So for things to happen good in your life, good times do what? Create weak men. Good times create weak men. And weak men do what? Weak men create hard times. So you have to be strong. Tell them I'm strong. When things are hard, you must be strong. That is only strong that can actually create good times in their life. So why we are telling you the battlefield of business is that your word is your weapon. So we don't want to leave this place and see how negative words you say about yourself, even though not by joke. No joke it down. Write this one down. You can only enjoy a movie that appeals to your head and you can only enjoy a movie that appeals to your head and your heart. You can only enjoy a movie that appeals to your head and your heart. You can only enjoy a movie that appeals to your head and your heart. If you can enjoy a movie that appeals to your head, why don't you think when you are communicating, the audience you are communicating will only enjoy the stories that appeals to their head and their heart? That's simple. That's when you take action. Anything that doesn't appeal to their head and their heart, they can't take action. Why you're not complaining? Oh, people are not patronizing me. People are not buying my business because your business, you didn't communicate it in a way that appeals to their head and their heart. Take a look at you now. It's the only movie that appeals to your head and your heart that you enjoy. If it doesn't appeal to your head and your heart, you say, which kind of movie is this? It doesn't make sense. So the same thing happens when you are communicating and you are not communicating in a way that appeals to people's head and what? Their heart. So you are the one that is not, did not communicate effectively because you do not want to learn how to communicate effectively. See, communication is a skill. What did I say? Communication is a skill. And that you see, every billionaire know how to communicate in a way that maybe will take action. Take action. Then go to just start down and say, okay, I want to build refinery and I need competent men. Blah, he communicated. Men go to work. Men go to war because of men go to war because of communication. Men go to war because of communication. Men go to fight because of communication. So communication is very powerful. It's a powerful skill. You need to learn how to arrange your words in a way that appeals to people's head and heart. If your business must move forward, if your business, you have to be the one to communicate effectively. I think communication has three major components. The first component communication has is conversation. It's not conversation. If you don't know how to hold a good conversation, it's difficult to build quality relationship. Number two is presentation. It's not presentation. A lot of people lack the manners of presentation. They have a good case, they don't know how to present it very well. It's all to go and meet your mastermind mate or teach you how to have a good presentation. How you can present your case that the way to appeal to head and heart. You say, I know it already. Okay, if you know it already, is your life the way it is. There should be evidence of what you know. The evidence of what you know is in the result. Tell no result. If you say you know, we don't argue with you. Can you show us the result? You don't show the result, then you don't know. So you cannot say you know something and you don't see. That's tell you that wisdom is not seen in your thoughts. Wisdom is seen in your actions. In action. You cannot just be wise in your thoughts and you don't see action. Before you see that Solomon was wise, he took action that everybody confirmed that it's a wise decision. He said, bring the baby, let's divide the baby now. Let's divide the baby into two. And the mother said, no, kill my baby, I beg, let me get him. Make him carry him, no what I go, pay me sharp or make it be as he be. That was a kill him. You know, this one, I mean. Everybody they kill good things. Then they say, no, give birth. You don't know the value of that thing. Kill him. Then you say they kill something. So you understand now? So it must be a good position. Number three is negotiation. What I say? Negotiation. What makes a poor man poor? Lack of negotiational skill. That is the truth. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes, a poor man wisdom was used to save a city and he was despised. Why was he despised? Because he did not negotiate it. How can your wisdom save a city and you are still broke and poor? What? The same situation happened to David. David saw Goliath. Imagine that. The guy from the Gath. You know, and he said, what will be given to a man that will actually kill this guy? That's negotiation. You must negotiate your way into greatness. You must negotiate, this guy is Senate president today. You negotiate, okay, Tinubu, I'll hand over my ticket to you in primaries. Please, if you win, hand over a ticket for me for Senate president. That's how they negotiation, they divide and rule. That's the truth. So you must understand that as a businessman, you must have the power of communication that appeals to the heart, that appeals to the head. For some to take action, without this appealing, if they don't take action, they will never take action. So looking at it today, I want to write this one down again. The speaker must use feel, felt, found. He must be a good leader. He must influence. He must use feel, felt, found strategy. Feel, felt, found. A strategy that all speakers use. Everybody, pastor, bishop, doctors, coaches, footballers, boxers, coach, all of them. You must understand and master the skill of feel, felt, found strategy. That I know how you feel. I felt the same way. This is what I found out. I know how you feel. Okun felt the same way. This is what you found out. Emeka, I know how you feel. Emeka feel the same way. This is what you found out. So you must learn how to master the skill of feel, felt, found strategy. You are still with me, shall I? Because you must succeed in the marketplace. You're an entrepreneur. As you're an entrepreneur, the good news is that you are not coming to the entrepreneur field to come and watch people celebrate as an entrepreneur. You also came to make a significant impact. Tell neighbor, I'm a success.
I am a success.
That one is begging for the church card. Tell neighbor, I'm a millionaire. You don't come this work, come watchmen, they said. You don't come the watchmen. You also came to make significant impact. You come to leave the world a better place. Because you are here. You are not sent here by divine mistake. You are sent by divine selection. God sent you with intention, so you must fulfill that intention. That purpose, you must fulfill it. So you must know certain things that will help you give audacity, so that even in the face of challenges, don't ever confess negative. That's what I'm telling you today, because your word is your weapon. So if you don't ever use your word against yourself, don't use the weapon. How can I give you a gun? I carry that gun and turn and face yourself. Now what for you? If not play, stop that rough play. No, we know the joke for you. So how can you ever use your words? If your word is your weapon, why do you turn the weapon against yourself? On your own, your leader is talking. Okay, if that thing you are doing, you need to weapon to you. You just sow the seed. The day you lead people and you're talking, someone will do it. And not our universe. Universe multiply. Plant a corn of seed, it will grow and give you many corns. Yes or yes? Plant mango seeds to grow and give you many mango fruits and seeds. Yes or yes? Whatever a man sows, so shall he reap. So I keep telling you, don't challenge authority. Question. Tell no question. And try as much as you can. Don't question authority in the crowd. Always go privately and say, master, mentor, leader, this is what you say. I don't think it's fine. I think you say this, I think just think it's an appeal. Put it like a submission. You know, I keep saying this thing to many people and they look at me and they think I'm joking. You know, before we got married to my wife, that time we did culture, I told my wife, see, I'm not perfect and nobody's perfect. So I know that one for sure. Only God is perfect. So I'm open to learning. But please, any day I ever do something outside, any day where I do something you know, like I be hold on. Then hold on well. We enter a room, lock door. We go settle down. We have to sit down. Tell us sit down. We must learn to talk things out because this thing will happen. I know that one day when you go open mouth for public, shouts on my head. Now by mistake I've been a rough play. I know one here because that thing will make me. That 1 meaning of man, they say every man they mad. That man will come out that day. So I beg, I know one man, I know the mad man. So just hold on. And you know what happened to us? It actually worked out because each time I do something that she don't like, of course, she's from a different background, I'm from a different background, two different people meeting for the first time, staying together. Of course, there will be differences everywhere. So she roll up. He said, you tell me when I roll up. I say, yes. When that room locked door, he said, don't give me sit down. He said, okay, this thing you do, I'm out on it. Again, though, I'll be here. Okay, now I'll say sorry. I will say sorry. Now, between me and my wife now, you don't know, I don't tell you now. Yes or yes? So the thing is that in communication, you must find a place to communicate with your leader because you don't challenge authority. It has a way of roaming around a leader who wants to make significant impact in the society. When we say trying not to oppose authority in the public, it doesn't work out. I have some ideas. You know, I'm telling you, I always say my mastermind leader, CEO. And leading you guys doesn't mean I know past me now. So I don't even know past me, just that I have the courage and determination and God just found me worthy of leading this team for this moment. Are you going to lead your team someday? So please do what I do. Just come. One day I was talking, Ambassador Nathaniel was so angry because I was talking about him. Seriously, I was talking about him. So he came to my office, he locked the door, he said, G, try. GM body, not give him check body. He said, I look and say, okay, I'm sorry now, now me and you now, you understand? We don't settle and fight, we don't shake hands like a man, we don't come out. So the truth of the matter is that you want to make a significant impact as a leader. You want your words to be powerful. Please don't use your word negatively against yourself. Don't use against your leaders. Don't use against people that you are looking up to. Don't use against your father and your mother. That's me and my papa will not agree. For so many things. You cannot hear me tell my papa from outside. Because most of the time we go to daddy, this thing where you say, make I do. How you see him? The guy go, red. I'll just get satisfied. Because me and I know the agree. So we will just draw our part. I have to, because my father said, don't come back home before 6 p.m. And me, I'm at the play. Now then they worry in my head. I must come back by 7 o'clock, and they will flog me. And you know that kind of thing. That kind of thing. What if? He said, what if? Come back. My rule is that, and him too, go come back before 6 p.m. He go come back, and they go lock gates by 6 p.m. And you now come the knock. Now you be the case for the day. So yeah, okay, the only thing now for me to make money, marry my own wife, pack more for this house now. Yes or yes? Now, so now I can go at 12 o'clock. I'm the boss now. Tell I'm the boss. My wife will come back. I said, don't worry, I'm the king of this family right now. So just respect the kingship rulership. He said that's all about you. Men are always proud. So that's what we are. We must be proud of something. So allow us, just give us small ego. Massage our ego. I don't know. I tell my wife one move button. I know go tell that move. Every day my wife they press the move button. Ping. I tell you now you want the press up. One of my move button they press every day. I don't fit talk again. Say I come for myself. I don't go talk again. So today I want to tell you, for you to make a significant impact in your business, in society, and in the world at large, to make the kind of money you want, you must use your words in your favor. Your words must be seasoned with salt. Your words must actually make sense, be logical and reasonable. You must touch the heart. You must move the hand. Let's take this statement before we round up today's class. If you're excited, shall I? Practice telling people, comma, strangers, comma, mirror. Practice telling people, comma, strangers, comma, mirror. Practice telling people, comma, strangers, mirror, etc. Good and quality things that lift them up. Practice telling people, strangers, mirror, your chair, anything around you. Practice telling them good things, quality things, good message, goodwill that lift up and or inspire their spirit. So if you look at the mirror. Anything you see in the mirror, tell the mirror, you're a great man, you're a great individual. Just talk to the mirror. You see somebody in the mirror, just look at him, you see somebody. Talk to that mirror every day. Talk to chase, talk to things. Practice is a practice. Then not practice. Practice telling people, strangers, everything around you, quality things that lift up their spirit and inspire them. Don't tell people things that break their spirit. It's not good as a leader. You can't make good. Somebody came to buy a shoe in your shop and he priced the shoe. And since he did not buy, and he's saying, I don't think I like it. And you're telling the person, what can shake at? Yeah. What if the guy go change my come back? Because that if you never come back, in fact, you take my vacation order. It's you wait. So that shop, they cost well for that shop. So you not buy. Sometimes, oh, why this wonderful meeting? You're such a nice person. I wish that one day you patronize me and thank you. You know, just have practice telling people, strangers, mirror, scripts. How do I put this one? Mirror. Okay, practice telling people, strangers, mirror, microphone, etc. Things that uplift their spirit and inspire them. So you must do these things. As a leader, people must feel comfortable working with you. Nobody will go along with you if they don't get along with you. They will never go along. You don't get. So you must find a way to them to get along with you in one way or the other. It's one of the okay. How did Tinubu get men to support him to become president at his old age? Because you know how to tell people, see, I'll give you this. You know, yeah, don't share now. You don't share. I'll give you NNPC. I'll give you this. He get people to get along with him for him to go along with them. So you have to speak out as a speaker. You must speak out. You know, speak out. If I write it now, speakers as entrepreneur, as a business entrepreneur, you must learn how to speak out. Command, speak up and speak well. That's the truth. You must speak out, you must speak up, you must speak well. Don't speak down. Don't ever speak down. Speak out, speak up, and speak well. That is one thing that makes you a great leader, as a great businessman, a great entrepreneur. To get people to take action, and you want to sell to them. You want to sell landed property, you want to sell car, you want to sell property, you want to sell idea, you want to sell concept. You must speak out, you must speak up, and you must speak well. So tell neighbor, speak out. Tell your neighbor, speak up. Tell your neighbors, speak well. So, and I'll end with this. I don't know how we're going to go about this. Okay, then I'll end with this. 3 things you must do when you are speaking up, when you are speaking out, and when you are speaking well. Number 1, have a target audience. Then a target audience. Don't mind me. I always like to write. I don't like cleaning my board. I write everywhere I see. You must have a target audience. You must create consistent content. Very, very important. Create consistent content. Consistent content. Let me use black marker. You must create consistent content. You must create, not today you tell somebody you'll be successful, you're not successful. Today you say you are blessed, you are a course. No. You must create consistent content. Look at what Mark Zuckerberg is doing. This one I woke up, I saw my WhatsApp has been updated. Consistent content. You cannot see Mark Zuckerberg today is doing real estate. Tomorrow he's selling telecommunication. Tomorrow he's selling tomorrow he's selling doing poetry. Tomorrow he must be consistent, be known for something. He stand up for something and sit down for everything. So the thing is that you must create consistent content about your life. Let be known for something. Be known for something positive. So you cannot say, I want to lift up people's spirits, and you're not consistent in your content. You want to do good things, be consistent in it. You want to sell akara, be consistent. You want to say suya, anything you want to do. You want to build people. You want to learn how to impact your. Be consistent. If you don't create consistent content, the audience will be they'll be second guessing you. They will say, I'm not sure this guy. This one. That's how people do rhetorical triangle. I'm going to draw a triangle. That's not going to end. This is number 3. Is you must use what they call RHE. Rhetorical triangle. The triangle I'm going to draw right now. Then let me clean the box. I can draw. All of us can draw a triangle, and then we can call it a day. So you must learn to. Oh, this is my white marker board. It's well fine and good. So don't worry, we'll write again. So number 1, you must have a target audience. Number 2, you must create consistent content. Number 3, you must use this rhetorical triangle. So I'm going to draw a triangle for you to see how the triangle looks like, and then what is there in the triangle. It's very interesting, right? You are not for everyone, but you are for a target market, and that is very important. You get to know that. So I really given us some things. I wish I did not clean it up, but it's fine. So I told us here is ethos. So I said ethos means the character of the speaker. That is the character of what? The speaker. That is the first thing there. The next thing here is logos. Every speaker must have a message that you must use your mouth to tell the people what they do. And the last one here is called pathos. I really read that one. And pathos simply means the audience. Pathos, it means the audience. So the people you are selling to. So you must learn how to use this rhetorical triangle. So this triangle is actually going to help you. Each time you are speaking, you know, I'm a speaker. What kind of message do I have, and who am I speaking to? You know why you need to know this? Because you are not for everybody. You are for a specific set of people, and nothing in this world is for everybody. Corolla is not for everybody. Mercedes-Benz is not for everybody. MTN is not for everybody in this world. Glow is not for everybody in this world. Access Bank is not for everybody in this world. Zenith Bank is not for everybody in the world. Catholic Church is not for everybody in this world. Redeem is not for everybody in this world. Winners is not for. So everybody has his own. There is something you need to know. There is a market for you. God has a market for you. There is an audience for you. So the only way those audience can stay with you, and you don't use your hand to kick them out. There are people that kick out money in their life, kick out people in their life, they kick everything in their life because they don't want to learn. See, learning is a royal habit. Learning is a royal habit. You learn your way out of any situation you don't like. You learn your way into things you want. So if you learn, if you are willing to learn and you're ready to do the work, nothing can stop you from becoming a successful man. It can only take time. I already know. It may not happen overnight, but it must surely happen over time. Over time. So you must learn to master this triangle. Don't forget that anytime you're opening your mouth, you must have a message and you're talking to an audience. So that's the good about life. So you must think about you as a speaker, what kind of credibility am I going to sell? How do I make the audience believe in me? How then will I actually have the message that lift up my life? And therefore, just look at the mirror every day. Talk to the mirror. Anybody who's in the mirror, talk to them. But there was a picture they showed me the other day. A young boy without a shirt, and it was wearing one scatter shirt and one short. And he was looking at the mirror, and what he was seeing in the mirror was a young boy with suit and tie. So he was looking at the mirror. He was seeing a guy with the suit and tie. He didn't see what about himself. So imagination, what he was seeing a great man, a champion. See, talk to mirror every day. You have a better life. I've been saying this thing over and over again. My best result in my high institution is my final year result. How did it become my final year result? Because I have this guy, Pastor Ikenna. He's not a pastor in Lagos. He's always having the guy. They always carry over. Even the lecturer is a sadist. He doesn't want to. He doesn't give quiz. He just come for exams day and just mark anything. And everybody's having E, E, F, 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 E, 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 D, 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 and C. So the guy will always have A or B. The guy from first year to I was moved to walk up to Pastor Ikenna and told him, Baba, I don't know about what is giving you this thing, but I just want to know what is the secret. How come every damn cause everybody's complaining? You are not complaining. You are not even bothered. And I know you don't read as much as we read. You don't come to night class as much as we go to night class. You don't study as hard as we study. How come? What is up? And he looked at me and said, do you really want to know? I said, yes, I really want to know, because I don't like what is happening in my life. For me to get to 2-1, I must have a good GPA. I must have a good grade this first semester and second semester of this final year. So he said, okay, you have to see me in my house tomorrow morning. I said, Gaba, I come. All of us were off camp already at that time. I said, I'm coming. What time? He said, you must be there before 6 o'clock. I said, I will be there. So I went there, knocked in his house. He just stood up. He was praying, and he opened the door and he said, everything I'm going to do, just observe. I said, okay, no wahala. I watched him because this self-confident kind of thing, but toilet and professor inside the room. So and that took his bait and came out, can you observe? And I watched him look at the mirror. And the guy specifically wrote all the courses for that semester. And he is the one that graded himself. He is the one that graded himself. And the good about it that each time he's coming, he's speaking those courses. He said this is a 501. He's speaking those things into existence. And I noticed him. He did that thing over and over and over and over and over. He's screaming his day. He's talking about it. He's talking to the guy in the mirror. He said, Obinna, this semester no sickness. This semester no carryover. This no missing script. He's just talking to the guy in the mirror. Talk to the guy in the mirror. And then the guy said, did you observe anything? I said, yes. You're talking to yourself in the mirror. He said, look very well. And I saw that paper he wrote there. And I said, wow, some things are taught, some things are caught. And he gave me a book called Think and Grow Rich. And that book changed everything. So I did the same thing now, because when you say you're working already, you don't need to reinvent a wheel. Just copy and paste. If you copy and paste a rich man behavior, you're going to be solid rich and wealthy. That's the truth. So I went and also wrote my courses and graded myself and also did the same thing. Guess what happened? Almost everything came out. Of course, you shouldn't be everything 100% perfect. I'm just starting for a new. I should expect some late lapses here and there. At the second time, I got everything right, and that was how I had the best result. So today, don't talk to the mirror. Don't say anything negative about the mirror. So when you look at the mirror, always say something positive about the mirror. Don't use a gun against yourself. Use the gun in your own favor. Your word is your weapon. Thank you so much. That's we can stop today for the online community. Please don't get involved in anything called business without a mentor. You know why? Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. And you know the truth, he that stands on the shoulder of the mentor will see far. See you at the top. See you tomorrow. God bless you. Monday, we're going to meet you in the Millionaire School. Thank you so much. For the rest of us here, thank you for listening to me right now. But look at your notes. I want to be sure you took 1 or 2 things home today. It might just be 1 or 2, maybe 3, maybe 5, maybe things. So what is your take home today? Just tell me. I will take 3 from here and 3 opinion or contribution from this side, and then we're going to call it a day. So as a business entrepreneur, what's your take home today? Okay? Good morning.